Have you ever had the situation where your drone flies away on takeoff? Basically you're powering up and the motor's going faster and faster, then all of a sudden it just shoots up. But it doesn't do a flip, it just goes straight up in the air, like this. Now I've just had this happen to me and I couldn't find many resources on YouTube, so I just thought I'd make a video to explain one possibility why it could be happening. And basically it's a bent pin on your flight controller board. If you have a connector connecting the ESC to the flight controller board, you can have a bent pin. And I'm actually going to take this quad apart and show you exactly what that looks like. Okay, so to have a look at this, you're probably going to need something like a magnifying glass. I'm going to actually be using this endoscope here so you can see on the screen. Okay, so what you want to do is actually have a look at the connector, and I'm going to use the endoscope. So what we were looking for here, is if it's even all the way across. So you can see the gap there is even all the way across. Okay, so it isn't lopsided. That looks okay, so we'll take that one out. Okay, now we're going to have a look at the bottom one. And if we have a look at the bottom one, same thing again. And you can see that it seems to be on the left hand side there, it seems to be sticking out a bit. Okay, so that could indicate something is wrong. Okay, so we're going to take that out. And we're going to, you can use a magnifying glass just to have a look down. I'm going to just hold it there so we can have a look at it. So the first thing to do is just look at your connector. And if we have a look at this connector, okay, so you can see from the left there, the second pin in from the left, it looks like the hole's been enlarged. Okay, so this is a really clear indication that what's happened here is two of the pins that are coming out of these connectors here, that one of them's been squashed together, squashed up against the other pin, and that's why it's enlarging the hole there. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look directly in here into these connectors with the endoscope and see if we can see something. Alright, so what we're looking at here is the pin connector on the ESC. So if we go across the left here, you can see the pins evenly spacing, and I think you can see it quite clearly there. The end pin is actually being pushed across. I get a better angle on it. It's actually being pushed across and it's hard up against the other pin. So both of those are going into the same slot. And that's what the problem is. Right, so in this situation there's not a lot you can do. You can try getting some tweezers in there and straightening that pin out, but it's going to be very difficult. It could even break. If you've got your pads, your solder pads broken out on the flight controller and the ESC, you can just do manual wiring. But if you don't have that, then you're pretty much done for. Whichever piece this pin is on, the bent pin, you either have to throw the flight controller or the ESC away and just replace it. So not really a solution, but at least you know why.